Hello YouTube, my name is Isabella and welcome back to my channel Stubbornly Bookish. Today I'm going to be doing a super fun unboxing. So a couple months ago I actually ended up winning a giveaway hosted from Book Outlet. And Book Outlet is one of my favorite stores, both online and in-store. I love shopping there, and I won a $100 gift card. I was so ecstatic, it literally made my week, and I held on to it for a super long time until they had a sale. Fast forward to right now, as I'm filming, the box has been sitting on my floor for about 5 weeks. We're in for a time. I'm really excited because I don't remember other than maybe 2 books that I ordered. This is the box here. It's very heavy and I actually have no idea how many books I have in here. So the first book I see is Abhorsen by Garth Nix. If I'm not mistaken, this is the first book in a classic YA trilogy, but unfortunately I'm not too certain whether or not this is the first book in the series, so I'm a little bit afraid to look at the back and read what it's about. I have heard really good things about this series. It's pretty classic YA fantasy, but I'm excited to give it a try, and who knows, maybe now with me owning all 3 I will be able to binge them. Oh, is it Sabriel that's the first one? I think it's Sabriel. Apparently I picked up Old Man's War by John Scalzi. Did not expect it to come looking like this. From what I remember about this series, I think it's a series, it's a pretty classic sci-fi story. In this world, once you turn 75, you are inducted into the army/military. I've heard really mixed reviews on this, but I've been meaning to read more sci-fi as of late, and John Scalzi seems like a pretty good place to start. Oh, this next one I'm very weirdly excited for, and it's Long May She Reign by Rhiannon Thomas. From what I remember about this story is that our main character was like maybe 17th in line for the throne, and because there was this huge massacre of all the royal family, she is actually the one who is now queen, and now she has to rule having no knowledge of being a ruler and just navigate the political world. This is a young adult fantasy standalone, and for that reason alone I am so excited and intrigued to read it. I heard some early buzz when it was first coming out, but I haven't heard a lot of people's thoughts on it, so if you know anything about it, please let me know. Ooh! Yay, I remember this one actually. I grabbed Moxie by Jennifer Matthew. Moxie is a young adult contemporary story about our main character unintentionally starting this whole feminist revolution in her school. I've heard really great things about this one, and Amy Poehler has blurbed this book, so I'm sold. The next book I see I'm also super excited for, and it's I Hate Everyone But You by Gabby Dunn and Allison Raskin. These 2 women are actually a part of the YouTube group Just Between Us, and I've followed them and their career for quite some time now, and they have written a young adult contemporary story between 2 girls going to 2 different universities, and them communicating back and forth basically through text and email, and just them trying to deal with the fact that they're no longer like with each other all the time. This also has Own Voices representation for bisexuality. This one I'm excited for. I also finally grabbed The Tiger's Daughter by Kay Arsenault Rivera. This is an adult high fantasy story about gods and humans, and at the forefront of our novel are 2 lady warriors who are in love. And I cannot wait to read this book. I've been meaning to read it basically since it's come out. I can't believe it took me so long to get my hands on a copy, but I'm thrilled to have it. I cannot wait to read this book. The next book I see in here is Sing Unburied Sing by Jesmyn Ward. This book I actually know nothing about, other than I believe it's an adult literary fiction and that it's won quite a few awards. Sorry. Okay, apparently I grabbed a copy of The Midnight Star by Marie Blue. This is the 3rd and final book in the Young Elites trilogy. I haven't read any of these books yet, but I'm very interested to see my thoughts on it because a lot of people tend to be split with this series. I believe our main character is supposed to be very morally gray, so yeah, I'm excited for this series. This next book I had no idea about that I bought, but I'm very excited to have it, and it's Allegedly by Tiffany D. Jackson. This is a young adult story about a young Black teen who was accused of killing the baby that she was in charge of taking care of. No one really believes her story, especially because the people she was caring for were white and that she was a young Black teen girl. So I believe she gets sent off to juvie, and once she gets out of juvie, she actually ends up becoming pregnant, and because of her past, she's actually being threatened to lose her child, and it's supposed to be a stunning debut, and I'm very, very excited, although really scared to read it. Seems like it's going to be a pretty tough read.
Oh, what?
I bought Binti by Nnedi Okorafor. This is so small. Oh my god. Well, I'm thrilled I got this. Binti is about our main character, Binti, who is offered this position at a university set in space. She is the first person of her people to be offered this opportunity. The story apparently takes off from there. I know that this is an Own Voices story, but other than those few facts, I really know nothing about it, but it's so short that frankly, I don't want to know anything more about this series. I believe it's a trilogy, and frankly, I think it's actually getting a bind-up that I might be interested in purchasing later on down the road. This next one I'm also really excited for. Apparently I bought a lot of sci-fi with this haul. But it's Empress of a Thousand Skies by Rhoda Belza. Now, thinking about it, I don't remember the synopsis of this story because it was published a couple years ago and I just don't remember. All I really remember about this story is that it's sort of space opera-y. It has a bit of a lower rating and it has pretty mixed reviews. However, it seemed really promising to me when I did know what the synopsis was about, so I am actually pretty intrigued to pick this one up, and I know that it's only a duology, so that's really promising. The next book I picked up I'm very excited for, but I also don't really remember the synopsis, but it's Starfish by Akemi Dawn Bowman. From what I could glean from the synopsis, it's about this young teen girl who's feeling kind of lost and doesn't really understand who she is. She tends to focus all of her energy on getting into this elite art school, and when she doesn't get in, she kind of feels super lost. And once she's given the opportunity to tour some other art schools and get away from an abusive home life, she jumps on the chance and kind of goes on a journey to discover who she is. Our main character is half Japanese, and I believe our author is also Japanese. I'll write something somewhere if that is not the case, but I am pretty sure that this is an Own Voices story. The next book I grabbed was Crystal Storm by Morgan Rhodes. This is the 5th book in the Fallen Kingdom series. I've been slowly collecting these books, and I've read up to book 3. I do actually plan on reading the next one very soon. This is a young adult high fantasy series that has a pretty standard premise, but the characters are super enjoyable and I've been having a lot of fun with this series. Alrighty, almost done. The next one I grabbed is Flying Lessons and Other Stories, an anthology edited by Ellen O. Ellen O is the co-founder of the We Need Diverse Books movement, and this is a middle grade anthology, I believe stressing own voices, narratives, and also just letting young children see themselves represented in stories, and I'm so excited to read this. I've never actually read a middle grade anthology, so I'm excited to see where this one goes. The last book I have in this haul, and one that I again forgot about, was Autonomous by Annalee Newitz. This book I'm very excited for because again it's a sci-fi futuristic type story, but I'm pretty sure it has an AI storyline, and I love AI stories. They're so great. I just always love the discussions that are had with these kinds of stories. I'm very excited to have this in my possession. If I'm mistaken about the synopsis, I'm going to be very sad. I got some great books and books that I totally forgot that I purchased, so it was such a fun surprise. Thank you so much for watching. If you personally recommend any one of these books on here, I would love to know. I'm quite excited for quite a few of them. But anyway, yeah. Thank you for watching. I will see you again very soon. Bye.